This week on Jambar TV, we'll be covering this semester's graduation. Then we'll talk about the first federal frenzy held in 2 years. We'll also discuss the softball team and their major milestones.
Welcome to Jambar TV. I'm Leslie Huff alongside Caitlin McCarthy. For the final episode of the semester, YSU's spring graduation ceremony will be held Saturday, May 7th at 1 p.m. at Stanbaugh Stadium. Commencement will host 3 speakers, 2 of which being YSU alumni, and 1 graduating senior. More information on commencement can be found on the YSU website.
4 YSU professors are retiring. Jambar reporter Christopher Gillette covered the retiring story.
This semester, 4 professors are retiring from the university. I interviewed some of them for the Jambar. Thomas Leary is a professor of applied history and has been teaching at YSU since 1999. He explained what he hopes his legacy is.
Well, I'd like to think that my legacy is going to continue a little bit. In retirement, I hope to be able to keep the relationship that we've developed here with the Steel Museum as a kind of resident consultant.
John Circassian is a professor of classics and foreign languages. Alongside mentoring students, he has also made other contributions to the university.
In addition to being a professor here, I was chair for 17 years of the Department of World Languages, which no longer exists.
Mary Levine is a professor of health and physical education. She got into the subject through her 6th grade health and physical education teacher. She explained what she enjoyed at YSU and hoped her legacy would be for YSU.
From my program standpoint, all these students that I've been able to have across my time and knowing that they have all gotten jobs out in the teaching world has been huge to me.
For more information on those who are retiring this year, you can pick up this week's issue of the Jambar. For Jambar TV, I'm Christopher Gillette.
As YSU consolidates computer labs on campus, you might be wondering what will happen to the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. The program offers hands-on experience and course credit for student volunteers. All students, faculty, and community members can file their taxes for free. Despite cost-saving computer lab closures, the VITA program is expected to be around for the taxman's next visit.
Gwen's Against Cancer raised more than $30,000 for the American Cancer Society. Last Sunday, family and friends gathered at the YSU for Relay for Life to help raise money. This is the first in-person Relay for Life event since COVID-19 pandemic, and the event was a success. Daniel Yoder said he was proud of the work they put into fundraising.
It's really impressive, and I'm proud of every one of our event leadership teams, every one of our teams that are here selling things, and all of our participants for really stepping up and just showing that it can be done.
For more information about Gwen's Against Cancer, follow them on Instagram.
During April's academic senate meeting, Youngstown State University's design committee proposed and unanimously passed a plan to get the campus certified as a wildlife habitat. NWF naturalist David Mezejewski spoke as to why.
Plants are the foundation of wildlife habitat, and it's not just any plants, it's specifically the native plants that wildlife co-evolved with over hundreds of thousands or even millions of years, and their life cycles are in tune with each other, the plants and the native plants and the native animals. And of course, a native species is just one that evolved in your region. There's many different ecoregions all around the country, and every one of them has sort of a slightly different collection of plants and animals that live there that, again, kind of evolve there and are in tune, again, with the natural cycles and each other and that kind of thing.
Though the proposal was passed, there's a lot of work to be done around YSU before we are ready for the certification.
Last February, the Jambar covered graduate American Studies student Jacob Harver's final project to catalog local history. Part of that project is to catalog the valley's local transportation history and use that to create historical trails. Recently, according to WFMJ, there has been some court objections to the trail from property owners near Lisbon, Ohio. They were objecting to the use of eminent domain to obtain their property for the trail. Harver gave his thoughts on the objections.
So, I've looked in doing research about the different trails, that's something that you've had in other trails in the past too, of like property owners with all kinds of concerns objecting to it. And then you find that 10 years later, everyone loves it. And there's bipartisan consensus that it's a good thing for communities and whatnot.
Owners have also had political support from numerous local politicians, including the governor. Harvard gave his thoughts on this too.
Bike line. The problem is that they're really politicizing the process too. So you get a representative like Catrona, who, he's a Republican who's all for eminent domain when it comes to Trump's border wall, but not when it comes to transportation.
More details on Harvard's views of court litigation and the issues surrounding it. Pick up this week's issue of the Jambar paper.
The Summer Festival of the Arts is returning to Ween Park once again this year. On July 9th and 10th, nonprofits, musicians, performing acts, and of course artists will take over the park to display, sell, and have their work judged. Lori Factor explained who some of this year's partners are and what visitors can expect.
We will also partner with St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church, and they will have their Summerfest that same weekend. We'll reach out to the library and the Historical Society and, all of the Steel Museum and Oh Wow. So all of those are part of the arts.
Art can be selected to win awards and even cash prizes at this year's festival. If you're interested in registering, you can visit the website on the screen and apply under the Artist Application tab. With finals approaching, will the sun shine down on us or will the weather blow us away? Let's toss things over to Cheyenne.
This week's weather has really bounced back and forth, but moving forward, we're going to see those temps rise.
The Communication Department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The Ysu Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and Jambar TV. YSU's Communication Department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Hello and welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Cheyenne Gibbons with this week's weather outlook. Today is going to be a really nice day for us with plenty of sun and barely any clouds in the sky, so make sure you grab your sunscreen. Going into the night, we're still going to see those clear skies, but on Saturday, we're going to see more clouds move into the valley throughout the day, but it will still be warm and sunny. Saturday night will be cloudy, but we still won't see any rain. Sunday, we're going to see a few showers throughout the day with plenty of clouds. Sunday night will mostly be cloudy with a small chance of rain. Now, let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. So today, the high will reach 61 and the low will be 36. Saturday is going to be our warmest and sunniest day, reaching a high of 64 with a low of 48. On Sunday, that sun will turn into showers, but the temps will continue to rise with a high of 66 and a low of 58. On Monday, the high will reach 68 and the low will be 50. That concludes this week's weather outlook, but you'll want to stay tuned because Sean Hitt will have the latest news on your student life.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. you'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Hey kid, you wanna try some exercise?
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should even be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Sean Hitt. Were you in downtown Youngstown this past weekend? Federal Frenzy, hosted by YSU's Penguin Productions, was back in person April 23rd for the first time since 2019. The event featured local vendors, food trucks, and musical artists. Los Angeles band Honey was the headlining act. Guitarist Jake Goldstein shares his thoughts on visiting Youngstown and performing at Federal Frenzy.
It's cool that there's a community gathering of this size here. Like, it's really cool that there's multiple stages, vendors, stuff like that's important. Yeah. It's like, you know, it's important to have arts and culture and community. And yeah, and I feel like not enough places do it.
For more information on Penguin Productions and its future events, visit its website. Luke Bryan's Raised Up Right concert is coming to downtown's Ween Park on July 16th. The show starts at 7 p.m. The event is hoping to bring in 20,000 people. Parking will be available in the downtown area or YSU campus lots. Shuttles will also be available. Tickets are $48.50 and can be purchased on the Ticketmaster website. Ever take a ride on the Penguin Shuttle? The shuttle is an easy way for students to get around, on and off campus. Reporter McCartney Walsh takes us for a ride.
The Penguin shuttles loop around campus during the day. While students can take the shuttles from class to class, many students take them from their apartments to different places on campus.
We've got a tremendous amount of students along Lincoln Avenue, and they tend to take the shuttles. Up to the athletic facilities, the dining hall, things like that.
The Midnight Express is a safer option for students to get downtown on the weekends.
We run that shuttle on loops until 1 o'clock. And then at 1 o'clock, we're just down there to bring people home. And so when we're taking you home, if you're a block off the route or something like that, we'll actually drop you right at your place, just as a courtesy.
YSU also provides students with a shuttle to the Walmart and Liberty on the weekends.
Now we do run some shuttles on Friday and Saturday to Walmart, and that really helps international students as well. And any student without a vehicle, you can hop on it. We started at Kilcawley.
YSU contracts a company for the Midnight Shuttle and works with the WRTA for the other two.
I think we've got a great staff, and the company that provides our drivers are great. I think they're friendly, and that makes so much difference if you're friendly to somebody.
For Jambar TV, I'm McCartney Walsh.
The Dana School of Music hosted concerts at Stambaugh Auditorium this week. The director of bands at YSU, Michael Butler, explains the reason for various events like the YSU Ensemble and the Dana Symphony Orchestra. These were the last concerts of the semester.
So that students have an opportunity to perform together and collaborate with their peers, and it's a really enriching experience for them to be able to do that in a group setting rather than as a individual setting. Both have certainly their positive traits to them, but doing collaborative performance is an important aspect to growing as a musician.
These were the last concerts of the semester, but the Dana School of Music will have more in the fall. That's all for your student life. But you'll want to stay tuned because Cameron Stubbs has this week's YSU Sports.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Y and proud.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Cameron Stubbs with this week's YSU Sports. The softball team achieved a major accolade this past weekend. I have a deeper look at these milestones. The YSU softball team hit a hot streak with a 4-game win streak. The streak started in a series against Cleveland State University. Game 1 of the series was lost 1-2, but the second game was won 3-2 behind fifth-year Ellie Buffenbarger's complete game performance. Next games were at home versus the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay in a 3-game series. Game 1 was a close 9-8 win for the Penguins as 6 total players tallied an RBI. The offensive charge was led by junior Avery Schumacher with 3 RBIs. Game 2 saw a 5-2 win where 4 Penguins gained RBIs, while Buffenbarger picked up her first save of the season. Game 3 was a 1-0 battle as Yasmin Romero knocked in the only run in the 4th inning. Fifth-year infielder Nikki Sabini tied the YSU record for RBIs during the series and commented on what it meant for her and the team.
It feels great. It's definitely a really good personal accomplishment that I'm very excited to have, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't have been able to do it with my team, not even just this year, but in the past. Without the runners getting on, I wouldn't be able to hit them in.
The team then traveled to Michigan for a doubleheader against Oakland University, where the win streak ended. In Game 1, the Penguins had just 1 hit produced by sophomore Sydney Payne. The 1-0 loss saw sophomore Sophie Howell pitch well, allowing 1 run on 8 hits. Game 2 was another loss for the women, and the Penguins only mustered 3 hits. The only RBI came from freshman Bree Kohler in the 2nd inning. Next up is a 3-game series against Purdue University Fort Wayne this Friday and Saturday, April 29th and 30th. Follow along on YSUsports.com. The Youngstown State baseball team capped off its 10-game homestand with a doubleheader sweep of Oakland University on April 22nd. In Game 1 of the Twin Bill, junior Matt Broski pitched a 7-inning complete game, allowing just 1 run and striking out 7 in the 2-1 victory. Youngstown State carried that success into Game 2 when it once again topped Oakland by a score of 2-1. Head coach Dan Bertolini said the team played great all-around baseball in both games.
Two great wins. I mean, two 2-1 ball games. Anytime you can play good baseball, I thought we played great defense. Pitching was outstanding. Got some timely hitting. Really a recipe for success, and I'm just happy we came out on the good side because that was a good baseball game.
The club played again 2 days later in Wisconsin for a doubleheader against Milwaukee. In Game 1, Youngstown State received 6 strong innings from senior Chad Coles, in which he gave up 2 runs. In the nightcap, the Penguins gave up 15 hits as a team in the 17-4 defeat. The men traveled to New York on April 26 to take on Niagara University, where they fell to the Purple Eagles by a score of 3-1. The bats were silent as the Penguins only mustered 4 hits in the game. The baseball team will be back in action April 29th through May 1st when it travels to Wright State University. The YSU women's golf team has been swinging away this season as the season came to a close this past week. The Penguins headed south to compete in the Horizon League Championships in Florida. Senior Puthita Conrudi tied for second place on the day 1 of the Horizon League Championships with a score of 74 and helped the team post a total day 1 score of 318. Conrudi then tied for 6th place on day 2 with a 2-round score of 153. Juniors Christina Lewis and Danae Ragola finished in 17th and 25th place respectively on day 2. Day 3, the Penguins finished with a total of 302 and a 3-day score of 933 to finish 5th in the championship. Conrudi tied for second place with a 3-round score of 227. This rounded out the year for the team as the season came to an end. Congratulations on another successful season for the women's team. Saturday, April 23rd, the men and women's tennis team took on Cleveland State University. For the men, Youngstown State defeated the Vikings 5-2 to claim the Horizon League title. At number 1, junior Laurentu Montesquieu picked up the 2-set victory, while freshman Clement Mangai and Nathan Favier won in 2 sets at number 3 and number 4. The Penguins finished the regular season 13-8 overall and 8-0 in the conference play. With the regular season ending, Favier expressed the team's feeling the effect of the long schedule.
Yeah, a bit. It's the end of season. We played a lot of matches. We had like matches every weekend, and we feel it, yeah.
5-2 decision against the Vikings. Freshman Lisa Regazio was the only bright spot for the Penguins with her singles win at number 4. The women's team season will continue as it travels to Ann Arbor, Michigan to play in the Horizon League Championship on Saturday, April 30th at 3 p.m. The men's team is seeded number 1 in the Horizon League Championship tournament and will get a bye to the semifinals at 11 a.m. YSU has a rich history of alumni in the NFL. One player that had a successful NFL career is at YSU giving back. 6-year NFL vet Paul Mcfadden was drafted in the 12th round in 1984 and is currently the YSU Foundation president. The Philadelphia Eagles took a chance on Mcfadden, where he had a successful career, but Mcfadden always knew he wanted to come back to YSU.
I love YSU, and with 2 years to go in my career, a reporter once asked me why, but they said, what do you want to do after football? And I said, I love my alma mater. I want to go back and work at Youngstown State. I didn't know what role. I just knew I wanted to come back.
And Saturday. Now let's throw things back over to Cheyenne for a weather recap.
Thanks, Cameron. Like I said, the temps will stabilize and the sun will shine until those storms move into the valley on Sunday.
Before we round out this semester, let's take a look at our senior class's favorite memories and future goals.
I joined the Jambar because I wanted to make friends and I wanted to learn more about the university I had been attending for 2 years. And I think during my time here, I've really got to do both of those things.
All of the former staff had graduated, and Abigail and Kelsey needed someone to fill the news editor position. So I had the 2 of them and MB approach me, and they honestly, without hesitation, said, "Do you want to be news editor?" And I said, "I don't really know a whole lot, but I'm willing to learn." They said, "You're hired."
I joined the Jambar because I wanted to get a hands-on experience working with cameras and in the studio.
I joined it because it was pretty fun. I knew some people that were already in it, so I thought, why not get involved? Even though it was my last semester, I thought better late than never. So.
My favorite memory with Jambar probably had to be when we did Kyle TV, when we had to do the split screen, and he just had to sit there and smile at himself and nod, and Olivia and I were trying so hard not to laugh, so we had to turn around in order to not make him laugh. It was really funny.
The first time I walked in to the Jambar, I was very intimidated because
I'm more so, I want to be a person that's in front of the camera, and I don't really know how to work behind the camera, and everybody during the looked like they knew what they were doing. And it had to be when Preston yelled to Kyle and was like, he was like, Kyle, please start the music. So that was really fun. I think that was my favorite memory.
Before we started shooting, me and the anchors would come together and just, talk about our daily lives. I really like the communal spirit that we had in the newsroom.
I've learned so much. So I've been here 2 years. I started as a copy editor, but I got to be Jambar TV's executive producer last fall, and I really learned a lot about how a news production works and everything that you have to do to make that work.
In my 2 years here, I've learned so much about the technical stuff, using AP style and how to edit. But I've also learned a lot about how to just interact with people, both in a professional and informal setting. And the things that I've learned from here, I can forever use.
Working with the Jambar, I learned more about how to work as a team with people in different production jobs. I learned how to more efficiently operate equipment, and also I learned a lot about the different positions and how to do all of them. As a director, I had to learn how to do everything, and I think that I could comfortably do all of them, and that is thanks to the Jambar.
I think what I've learned is just there's a lot of things behind the scenes, especially for reporting and news, that people don't always think about, that go into it all the time, and preparation. And I think you just, you have to remember to take things day by day and just not release your frustrations, even if you want to sometimes on things.
I'm gonna miss everyone. I'm gonna miss everyone. I mean, everyone's been really nice and cool and welcoming, and I feel like I made a lot of friends, and it feels like another family, honestly. So I'm gonna miss everyone, honestly. Yeah.
I am going to miss operating the camera because I think it's such a fun thing to do, and I'm gonna miss pressing every week, forgetting to say make the slow zoom, even though I had already done it. And then him going, oh crap, I forgot to tell you.
Everybody, the people, the different personalities, the corny jokes, stuff not going well, the chords being messed up. Shout out to media ops. Yep, all of that.
After I graduate, I plan to start my internship with WFMJ, and after that, hopefully I will, receive a job offer somewhere in Ohio or Georgia. And that is where I plan. Yeah, that's my plan.
I am currently in between job searches right now. I have an interview with Huntington, so hopefully if all goes well, I will be working as a business analyst for their credit card platform.
I've been shopping around, applying to different production companies. I'd like to work in TV and film, helping make those productions come to life with on-site production.
It's kind of hard to say, but I have been applying to some news reporter positions in the area. I would love to stay in print or anything that has to do with writing. I just want to explore and write about my explorations.
Last week, I talked to the news director at WFMJ, and I got a multimedia producer position at WFMJ starting after I graduate. So I will be helping with web stories and assisting the producers with their news shows.
All right, well, Jambar TV, we are heading into finals week, and sitting here we have all the seniors that are a part of Jambar TV. We've had a great experience this semester. How about you guys? How do you feel?
Yeah, I think we've had a pretty good semester.
Yeah. Any future plans that you guys have? That
Finding a job, hopefully.
Yeah, putting in applications and stuff.
Yeah.
For a job.
Grad school.
Okay.
Ooh, grad school.
Nice. What are some things that you guys learned in their experience at Jambar TV?
Graphics, learning how to switch them and listen to people. So
Okay.
That's
Vastly improved my communication skills.
Yeah. How to do that? How to do that slow zoom?
Yeah,
that nice slow zoom.
Sneaking
the
in the
beginning
music.
of every episode.
Talk louder when I'm trying to talk to the director.
Yeah.
The person can
never hear you.
Yeah, I'm basically deaf at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just know that Preston wants to sneak in the music, so yeah.
Sneak it!
Sneak
it!
Sneak it!
That's all I'm remembered for.
Yeah.
That's honestly my favorite memory.
I think we've all, became really comfortable with being in broadcast journalism. So
Yeah, I think I'm grateful for everyone in the Jambar
Same.
for
Yeah.
giving this opportunity and working with all of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys.
I miss everyone in the crew
Yeah.
too.
Aw, Preston, you especially.
Well, YSU and Penguins, we hope you guys have a great rest of your semester and a great summer. And this is it for Jambar TV this semester. Bye.
Adios.
The YSU softball team hit a hot streak with a full
Support for Jambar TV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.